work in culinary expertise. So now we are back here. Also, sorry for the weird transitions. I am holding a phone as my camera, so having really nice transitions, really nice lighting isn't exactly the easiest option for me. But what I will do to make it nicer, that I just realized I could do, is I put on the stove light. So with that, you can see our nice bacon cooking. You can see everything coming out really nice, really clearly. And you can even see our grease starting to pop. I will say be very careful of grease because it will splash you and burn you and hurt you. So be very careful. Every delicacy comes with a price, and grease splashes on the bacon is ours. We will pay that price if we're not careful. But I struggle for the shot, so I'm going to get all this ready up, and with its grease splashing and all its goodness. Now this is starting to look like it's getting pretty crunchy, pretty ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm debating taking it off now. I'm probably gonna leave it for, nah, this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. It will hopefully continue to cook a little while longer once I take it off, but if I leave it on too much more, it's gonna become black. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, call it done. You really know when it's good because you can smell that crisp bacon smell. Everybody loves it, everybody knows it, like breakfast in the morning. So we are going to take this off. Now you can eat this dish in the morning. I am having it for my lunch right now because impromptu items and a lack of ham in my household has led me to improvising, replacing the ham that would normally be in my sandwich with bacon. But I feel like this bacon egg sandwich is going to come out better than my usual. It's going to become a delicacy for us, and it's really going to define what the Empire of Aeternia is about culinary wise. So we're trying to get the whole spread of culture here, trying to symbolize our excess and our excitation through some delicious bacon, and as well our American influence and what we like to eat and how we like to live. So continuing on, we are going to get our eggs. Now we have 4 eggs here. I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 because I don't know how much egg I want on my sandwich. I don't want it to overpower my bacon. But I have this beautiful little egg here. And the big deal right now is I decided, well, should I cook my egg first or should I cook my bacon first? Here's why I decided on bacon. People really like to cook with bacon fat. It's something that really tastes delicious, and it tastes like the bacon that you smell, that you taste in your food. People really like that breakfast smell, that exciting bacon flavor, and they put it in a lot of food. So using that bacon fat that we already have in our pan, instead of washing our pan, getting it ready for the egg by itself, we're just going to cook our egg in that bacon fat, in that grease right there, which will give it a little bit different of a flavor, kind of a smokiness, kind of a breakfast taste, even further to complement our sandwich. So that's completely a personal option, but for me, that's what I'm going with. So as of right now, you're going to see us crack our egg here. Definitely be careful when you're cracking your egg because it's easy to mess it up. It's easy to get egg yolk in your egg, especially cracking it one-handed is not the easiest, but we are slow cracking our egg here, trying our best to get it out of its shell. Not the cleanest crack, but we did it. We've got a little piece of some of the shell in there. So we're gonna go ahead and, before this thing hardens too much, we're gonna just dig that little piece of shell out. That won't kill you, but it will give you a nice crunch. That'll probably be a little shocking to you when you eat the sandwich. So we went ahead and got that out. Now we are cooking up our egg. How you end up cooking your egg is totally up to you. For us, we're going to do it pretty well done. So it is fried. We're not going to scramble it up, despite the fact that the yolk busted on us when we put it in, probably from trying to crack it one-handed there. But this shouldn't take very long at all. I'm going to actually turn down the temperature of my oven from 5 to 3, just to let it cook a little slower, to give us a little more time. As you can see right here, this bacon fat has sort of mixed with the egg. What's a really good idea for us is to actually take some of this hot oil and start to splash it over our egg. As our egg ends up giving us more oil, we're going to be able to do that more and more. So I'm going to tip this way, to get some more of that oil to drip out. And then we're going to try and splash it up a little bit. Our egg as well can pop, so that's something we need to be really careful about when we're doing this. Once you feel like your egg has sufficiently hardened, which mine has not quite yet, what you want to try and do is give it a flip. And for us, for the way that we're going to prepare our egg today, that is going to give us a nice full coating so that when we put it on our sandwich, it will be cooked through and through, and we won't have any runniness. If you like runniness in your egg when you eat your sandwich, you can definitely leave this a little undercooked. But for me, I want to get the egg without the splash in my sandwich, so I'm going to go all the way through with it, try and give it a nice flip. That underside is cooked. I want to get the overside a little bit without burning the underside. So, it's causing a little more difficulty than I thought. I'm going to try and flip it, but I need a second thing to do so. So I'm going to try to film this, but we will see how it goes. Okay, I just got to be quick about this, so I'm going to give it a shot, flip it over. There we go. All right. So I had to kind of make an impromptu effort there, but I did flip our egg. So now we've got it over like that, looking nice, looking yummy. We are going to give it a little bit of a stir around to make sure it's all hardened up, and it should be. So gonna give it a couple extra seconds, and that should be good for our egg. So as quickly as we can, we're gonna move it off the burner, because unlike our bacon, this will cook really, really quickly. So we've just got to be very mindful of how quick that's going to cook and how it's going to end up on our sandwich. So we can go ahead, flip that over, try and scoop it up without burning ourselves. There we go. And very gently, very carefully, there we go, place it onto our sandwich. Now, our sandwich, very hot, looks nice, look at that. Okay, so we've got our egg, and we've got our egg, we've got our lettuce. Now, we have got our egg, we've got our lettuce. Now comes the piece de resistance, the bacon. What we're going to do with our bacon here is we're actually going to, and again this is a personal choice, what we're going ahead and doing is breaking up our bacon a little bit. So I'm going to give you kind of a, I'm going to go ahead and give you kind of a side angle of this, but here's what we're going to do. If I can get my lighting a little bit better, here we go. What we're going to go ahead and do is take our bacon, break it up, and place it onto our sandwich in little bite-sized strips, hopefully coating the entire sandwich as evenly as possible as a really good tip, because it gives you that maximum space to put as much bacon as you want. In our amount, we put 3 pieces of bacon. That is quite a bit of bacon, but depending on your preferences or your health needs or whatever, you can vary that and the amount of egg that you use and the amount of lettuce that you use, and so on and so forth. So there we go. Now I'm going to wipe my hands off a little bit before presenting you with the final picture. So here's the finished product of our sandwich, a nice bacon, egg, and lettuce sandwich. I think it's quite complete, so now I'm going to go ahead and seal it by finishing off this masterpiece and closing it. There we go. And our sandwich has now been completed. Look at that, really nice. So that is our sandwich, and that is the Emperor's lunch for today. I am going to be uploading this as a part of our Aeternian Delicacies series. Please let us know what kind of delicacies you enjoy as citizens of the Empire, and let us know what sort of things you enjoy to eat, what you consider a delicacy, and what you would like to see us make on the channel. We can do things from little small cooking tutorials to talking about preferences in food and things like that. This won't be a super big part of the channel, but it will definitely be there. So keep us in your mind, let us know what you think, and with that, I want to say this sandwich looks pretty delicious. One side note as well, you can put any condiments, anything like that you like on your sandwich on this, so long as you keep in mind that you do have egg and you do have bacon in there. Because those egg and bacon flavors definitely play a big part in how the overall flavor is going to come out. So one big personal favorite of mine for condiments in general is mustard. However, because I know that it's going to have bacon and egg on it, I don't necessarily mind mustard. Mustard's very good, but I feel like it will very quickly overwhelm the flavors of the egg and the bacon. So for me, I want to taste that egg and that bacon more because it's the primary staple of the sandwich, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave this out for today. If you decide to put any condiments, I will recommend you go very light. If you're a mayonnaise person, mayonnaise has egg in it. It also has a few other things, so mayonnaise might be a really good texture combination for that. Maybe a small amount of ketchup, depending on how you like your things, whether you like them to be a little bit sweet or not. A little bit of ketchup might go a long way as well. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this eaten. See ya.